Yo, today I'm making an interesting video. Got this idea a while ago from, I forgot who. Someone commented this. If you're the person who commented this, you should let me know. But this is, I'm making every balisong based on how they do for tech that I own, which is, I don't own a lot, right? But basically how this is gonna work, let's say, just start with the squiddy. Say this one does really good for tech. It's gonna go up here. Say it does decently well for tech. It's gonna go here. Say it's not the best for tech. It's gonna go here. Say it's like horrible for tech. It's gonna go all the way down there. So yeah, you know how dusty it is. I don't know. It's mostly that shelf because nothing goes on that shelf. But yeah, the ones that go on that shelf are like these cheap ones. I've made knife pasta today, and I'm gonna be linking them on how they do for tech. So I'm gonna start with this squiddy. And the squiddy, I would say, is like, it does decently well for itself. It's not gonna be the best thing you've ever felt for tech to most people, but it's also going to be a lot better than a lot of other knives. So I mean, the lightness of it plays a good factor into everything. I'd give this I'm just gonna put it in here. It might move up later. Don't know. It's gonna go there for now. Moving on. Let's just get these cheapos out of the way so I don't show it then. This one, it's missing the handle, so gonna have to pass on this one. Very bottom. Next up, this weird like little cheap lifeblade thing that I got from the gas station. It doesn't flip. Like, the handles are hardened and they don't swing. It's like it's really hard to flip. And it's a lifeblade, which it's a cheap lifeblade, meaning that the cut's gonna hurt really bad compared to something like getting cut by my wrap. So this is gonna go second to last, to be fully honest. Like, it's not good. Then these ones are actually kinda, I mean, decent for being like $3. So it's my first ever knife, and it's like, it's not gonna do you any favors if I'm being fully honest. But you know, it's better than the other two, so put it in the lead for now. This is a Orca clone by the fake Arm Shark brand, and could be better. Is it? No. Could it be? Definitely. So, it's heavy, like really handle biased, which is not gonna help you with tech. It's better than the other one. You can do some tech tricks, but like, overall, no. Just spend a little bit more money. And, yeah. Can I do this? You can do that. I think it's too heavy to do the fan thing. The fan closing thing. Yeah, it's too heavy. And also, this thing just does not fan well. You have to put your full force into it. But yeah. Next up, this thing. the UFO. It's kind of buns, especially because it was free. I mean, I can't expect much from a free knife, but one of my handles locks up. Yeah, this one. And I don't know how to fix it. I've tried to get in that screw before. It doesn't want me to, so I kind of given up. You can do some tricks on here. You can throw your out. It just depends on how much time you're willing to dedicate to this knife, which I would say I wouldn't put any into. But probably flip this thing for like 30 minutes max. So yeah, put this away. It's the official. I don't think anything else is gonna get added onto that tier. So I think everything else is better. Guess we're just gonna start with the Mako from here. Mako is the biggest problem with the Mako in my eyes. Well, it's just like a very like handle heavy balance, and without these screws, then the balance is like really uneven. So I want to take them out. B, spine grabs kind of suck with this knife. Because it has a little shark fin right here. It's like all right, but it could be better. The Mako, this is Mako V4.5. I haven't flipped a new one, so I don't know how that does. Old Mako, could be better. But it's still a really good knife. Like, really like the Mako. So, unfortunately for it though, it's gonna have to be pushed down there. Next knife, the one that's the most apparent to me right now, is the Volt. I've had this Volt for near and on 2 years. So it's held up really well. It is not an incredible flipper, and for tech, especially if you use a lot of chop on transitions, like if you're doing this, it's not going to do you that well. Because chaplains are not sticky with this thing at all. So yeah, this thing isn't that incredible as tech. It's a amazing starter knife for me. I learned how to do things like I don't even know what I originally did. Like I would do that opening really fast over and over and over again. Or I do. Like that when I first got it. But you know. Overall, this thing is not the best tech flipper. So it's gonna go here. It's gonna join the Mako. It's gonna go lower though. The next thing that's grabbing my attention is the glider. This is the glider Arctic, I believe. The Ant Striker has like weirder handles. I do really like this knife, so don't get me wrong. The design of this knife, the way that it feels in my hand, is really satisfying. Like, oh my goodness, I would not get rid of this knife ever. It's really kind of handle biased. It's got chunkers for handles. Like, I think that's what makes it feel as satisfying as it does, though. This thing is amazing for rollovers. It's not bad at chaplains. Like, you might need to use a little bit more arm movement than you would like. Less than the Volp though. But this thing is not the greatest for tech, especially my tech style. You can still do something with it. It's just really slow, and you have to like lead the knife around a lot. And with my textile, that doesn't really work the best. You don't want to like, because like this, you have to like lead the knife to where you want it to go, even though you're already doing the motion for the trick, and it's really awkward. So overall, it's not great for tech. It's gonna go, it's gonna go like there. And I lost the lid to my oil. I need more. I'm running low. Next up, I'll go with you. This thing is good for tech, because one thing, and that is you can customize the handle weight however you would like. And I feel like if you customize it to how you need to be doing the tech that you like, it's really all you need. So overall, this thing will be good for tech for you. This is the Bally's Marbles. Yeah, so I'm gonna put this, I think, with the squiddy. It rolls a little weird because it obviously can get really handle biased. Mine isn't like my layout right now isn't necessarily for tech, but it really can be good for tech, just because you can customize it exactly the weight, almost exactly how you want. You're not going to be able to do much with the blade, but yeah. It's going to go in this tier. Next knife. What's really looking at me in the eyes here? I think you are. So this is the LDY Orion V1. So this isn't one they sell anymore. I'd say it's actually immaculate for tech. This is amazing for tech, not amazing for rollovers, right? Like, not amazing for rollovers. It holds rollovers really well. They feel really sticky. It's just, they're really slow. I love the sandwich feel of this knife. This thing is amazing for almost all the tech I do. It's just, it doesn't like being rolled around super fast. So if you're gonna use this, make sure you're going slow, because like if I just try to open with this, it feels really awkward. Try to slower. Slower you can go with this knife, the better it will perform. So I don't want to put it like all the way up for tech though, because I feel like a good tech knife should also be able to go as fast as you need. So I'm gonna put this here, just above the Bally's Marbles. Next knife, this one's kind of all Swordfish. My name. This thing is probably gonna be our first tier up here for tech, because it's a squid knife. I feel like a lot of squid knives are gonna end up there. You can customize it again with the pins and the handles. I personally like mine to have one set of pins. If feels nice in the hand. It kind of, the handles kind of feel weird. They're really rectangular, but it's really good for fans, even though they're rectangular. So overall, this knife is very good for tech. Sorry, my tech isn't very good. I woke up pretty close to when I'm making this video, so. I'm just gonna get my expensive ones out of the way so they stop getting damaged by other knives. Starting with my Nami. Oh my god, if you're going to get a knife just because you want to do tech, get this knife. Not even kidding, get this knife. Like, it is a lot of money. And you can get this in lifeblade or trainer form. Trainer form's obviously going to be a little cheaper, that's why I got it. But dude, if you're going to want to just do tech on a knife, and like you're looking for one, I will not recommend you the Nami. As long as it's in your price range. Otherwise, don't get it, because this thing is really expensive. This is going to go all the way very tippy top. Next up, I'm gonna grab my Kraken. Kraken is Tonto Kraken, or Bowie Kraken. I've tried both. They feel so good. This is the Kraken V3. It's a little dry. They feel amazing. I don't like that Squid's changing their matte finish. I really like the way this one looks. But, you know, it's whatever. I will say right now, this is the best, like, tech flipper you'll find for very cheap. Just because, well, it's not very cheap, but, like, for its price range, this is just kind of, like, a good standard of knife. So, yeah. I'm going to put this behind the Tsunami for now. It's probably going to get pushed around, but. Next knife, Replicant. An oldie, but a goodie, is what they say. It has G10 scales, titanium on the lining, I'm pretty sure is what it's called. Got the Tonto blade because it looks sick. And also, I'm a Tonto meat rider through and through, so I don't really care. It's good. It's not going to be the most immaculate for tech, as it wasn't really made at the time that tech was that popular. At the time, tech was like behind the 8 ball, or Rev behind the 8 ball. Probably not even that. So, tech was like choker fans and like scissors. This was made almost before I was born, if not before I was born, so I'm gonna say almost before I was born. I don't know. I don't know how old the rep is. It's amazing though, so if you want to get one, just do it, because yeah, it's immaculate, and it still holds really well with tech, I'm gonna say. Like, I know I'm not really demonstrating it because I'm trying to be more tame for YouTube because YouTube doesn't like when I'm not very tame. But it is an immaculate tech flipper. So I'm gonna put this here. It's gonna go just above the Swordfish. That's how good I feel about this in tech. Last of the ones I really don't want to get damaged right now. This is the EPS 101. Now I also have tried the Wraith, and I will say Wraith, at least the titanium Wraith that I tried, and the G10 Wraith. I don't know if there's any other ones. Those are both almost better than the Tsunami with tech. This could be a little better. It doesn't have a lot of grip on the handles, which kind of annoys me a little. It doesn't have any grip here. It ladders fine, I guess. It's a little scary. But yeah, it does tech alright. And it fans really well. So I'm gonna put this here just above my Orion. Next knife. Another G10 one, the Trident. It is really good. It does tech really well. Can do stuff like aerial to ladders with it too, really easily, like that. Throws JKDs like the nicest any of my knives do. Immaculate JKDs coming out of this thing. Overall, I'm gonna put it here, just in front of the rep. What do we grab here? I'm gonna just get this one out of the way. This is my Signus clone. It's like $100. It's really good for a clone. I do not condone clones. It's just at the time I don't condone, is that the word? I don't know. I don't recommend you get clones. It's just at the time I was really interested in the Signus and I was poor, and I got a clone of it because, it has screw-ins ends, and because it's a clone, they fall out a lot. The sound of this knife is really nice. The tech could be better, honestly. Doesn't do tech the best. I've flipped 3 or 4 normal Signuses with the different blade profiles and such, and I feel like they throw tech a little better than this clone. And the titanium gives it a lot more grip. So I'm gonna just throw this bottom that tier. Okay, just get the old Squid Trainer out of the way here. If you're going to get a Squid Trainer for tech, I recommend keeping it dry, genuinely. If you don't want to, that's fine. For me personally, it just feels a little better. Because how blocky-ish the handles are, it's kind of difficult to throw some tricks, like that's a little difficult, those are a little difficult, These though just fine, like, this weird kind of rollover. So fine, but overall, just like kind of be a little wary of this knife, I guess. If you're gonna get it, know that it's a lot better for standard flipping. It's good if you're throwing double scissors, all that, but not the holy grail of tech. It's amazing for tech, don't get me wrong, but it's not going to be better than most of the knives up here. It's going to go right behind the Swordfish. It's going to be very last, which is still better than all these. So if you want to do tech and you're like looking at these knives, get a Squid Trainer instead, or a Swordfish. Get a Swordfish instead, or just get the Trident. Trident's cheaper. So here we go. Squid WH. Second Squid Ion. Amazing for tech. Like, actually, unironically, goated for tech. This is the prototype. I don't know how much they changed the original. Because if you look right here, I got 95 out of 100. But the way this like feels in the hand is phenomenal. And it throws tech nicely. A little, I wish it offered a little more control, but there's only so much you can wish for from a Squiddy. This is better than the original Squiddy, but not to this level. So the Squiddy's gonna get pushed a little back. It is good for tech. It is almost this good for tech, and it's a Squiddy. That's saying a lot. Okay. Next knife. Just finishing out the Squiddy collection here. Squid Aluminum. Squid Aluminum, it's a knife where you can control the weight. You can put things in here if you want it to be more neutral. You can take these out if you want it to be more blade biased. You can take both out for just a lighter knife in general. I don't recommend it, but you can. I personally like mine to have bottom weights, no eye weights. It feels just a lot nicer to me. It is a pinsless design, which you should be a little wary of, just like the Swordfish. Mine isn't even that worn down though. This one isn't either. It's a lot harder to tell the wear. I dropped it once and it kind of, but like overall, it's not that bad. So this is going to, it's more of a standard flipper for sure. I mean, there's only so much you can expect out of a fully aluminum balisong, but it throws tech okay. It has this weird grip stuff on the blade, which actually feels really nice, and something like a spine grab in my opinion. It just offers a little more grip. This knife is very grippy. Sorry. It's textured all the way around, even on this side. A little hard to see, but yeah, that's textured. The edges, like around it, are smoothed out, which makes fans feel nice. But overall, I'm gonna say that this is not gonna go that far for tech. It's an amazing knife, but tech-wise, it's gonna land itself about here. Next knife. This is the Marolo C116 or something. It has nail polish coating, and it's really weird feeling in the hand, because it's like weirdly handle biased. So is his brother, the Marolo Comet, so I'm going to do these together because they're basically the same thing with different blades. This is going to go about... Well, so I'm going to go here. This one, different blade, different grip. My second ever knife after the Volp. It's gonna go. I don't know. This one's actually like, it comes with G10 now, and they updated the model, so this is obviously gonna be outdated. Has like a little ruler on it in case you want to measure anything. That's 3 inches, which I know a lot of you guys who are watching are. So you know, maybe this is a good purchase for you anyway. So I'm gonna put this under that one though, because it kind of sucks, but these both are about even though. Trident, or Trident. It's really freaking good, bro. Like I can style on this thing. It's really standard for a trainer. Like not really standard, but like it's pretty standard. Can I hit a giraffe? No. Is that this knife's fault? No. Keeps on hitting the chair. There we go. This knife is really good for tech though. It's better for standard flipping. And but I'm still gonna say, with all these guys over, he's going to be the last placement in this tier. Next up is the Yuppie Kraken clone. This is only good if you take out all the hardware except the screws and literally demolish it. And I'm not even kidding. It's better. It doesn't pinch. It actually like flips decent. Handles are a little unpredictable, especially in things like if you're trying to end your combo with like a helix aerial. Because they do this. Fanning is horrible, but you know what? Again, I don't recommend you get clones. I was just really interested in Krakens, and I was like, especially inked black Krakens with a matte finish. And it's really dirty. Like, look at that knife, dude. It's amazing. So you understand what my obsession was. And I got this. And it pinches. And I took out the hardware and it stopped pinching. And then I beat it to the ground. And it's low-key not the worst for tech. It's gonna go bottom of this tier. Last knife. Maul Samurai Sword. Look at this. It's not good for tech or a lot of flipping in general. It's funny. It came with a pre-stripped screw on the latch, and I've tried to break it off. Didn't. I think this would be a lot better without the latch, if I'm being honest. The latch gets in the way so much. Latch is butt, and I would flip this thing a lot more without the latch, genuinely, because this thing is really actually fun to flip. But for now, it's gonna go. Here, wait. In my opinion, it's better than the Volp, just because the Volp doesn't fit my textile that much. This one is a little bit more of a normal flipper. So there's a full ranking. In order. Don't get these. Don't get these if you want to flip tech. Get these if you just, especially get these two if you just want something cheaper to flip. Specifically this one. This one's, I love my glider Arctic. Moving up, if you see something in here catches your eye and you're not only looking for tech, but you want to flip tech decently, these ones are all a little cheaper, except maybe this one. This one's like $200. Actually, these are amazing options. If you are looking for a knife that flips tech really well, and it does everything else also really well, might I add. These are not just specified for tech, these do everything really well. These are amazing knives. Here you go. Ending with the Tsunami. I personally would recommend this, the Trident from the Valleys, or these two, Squid Trainer and Trident. If you have a lot more money to blow, Nami or Kraken. It's dusty now. Yeah. So there you have it. Tech knife ranking. Bye bye.